Hi everyone, it's Tallara and welcome back to my Let's Play series of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. Today is going to be our final episode before we start the next story chapter, which is Chapter 11, and today we're going to be focusing on affinity missions. There's a couple of things that I need to focus on. First of all, to even access Chapter 11, we do need to complete 2 affinity missions, 9 lives and boot camp. Additionally, there are still some characters that we haven't unlocked. I'm taking a look here in the reserve members area, and you can see it actually tells you how to unlock some of these characters. For example, this one right here, we need to complete the mission Hope Springs Eternal. Here we need to complete the mission Nagi's Time. This one, Manhunt, New in LA, and then Spy Games, Prospective Partners, and a Challenger Approaches. So it seems like each one the requirements get steeper and steeper. But we're going to see what's available for us today. All the side quests or affinity quests might not be immediately available, but we can at least work on getting some of the requirements in there. Additionally, I know you guys have requested me to check out certain affinity missions as well, so not to worry, those are definitely a priority for me. But before we begin anything, let's start by just seeing what we actually have available. So right out front, we have the Custodian's Duty, which requires level 48, so we'll hold off on that one for now. Up here, we've got Blitzkrieg, which we are the right level for, but I do need higher affinity with Fry. So you know what? Maybe we should go ahead and put him right in my party right now to build affinity. As you can see, I'm actually trying to use some different party members today to build that affinity so we can access some more of these missions. Here we've got Thinking Makes It So, which we can access right now. That's good. Up here we've got The Little Rich Girl, which we can also access right now. We've got Elle's Conundrum. Okay, there's a ton of affinity missions that we can actually complete right now, which is good. For some reason, I thought we were still locked out of a lot of them, but no, we've completed a lot of the requirements for a lot of these affinity missions, which is awesome. So I wanted to do Hope Springs Eternal before. You might remember the issue was, in order for us to access Hope Springs Eternal, you need to accept the Marry Me basic mission. And when I went to the mission board before, it actually wasn't there. I'm not sure if the missions just sort of switch in and out, or if there was something different. But I actually, and again, I still don't see it here. So I'm not sure why that's not actually popping up, unfortunately, because that is a requirement for us to pick up the Hope Springs Eternal Affinity mission. So I might have to look into that a little bit more, because I know that that quest is going to unlock a new character, but like I said, for some reason, I just can't access the Marry Me basic mission. Over here we've got Boot Camp, there we've got What the Skell, there's New in LA, so actually most of the affinity missions we can tackle for right now. As I mentioned, there are 2 that we actually needed to do to access Chapter 11. One is 9 lives, which we've already done, and then the other one is Boot Camp, which is right here with a recommended level of 42. So honestly, I think we'll start with Boot Camp, get the required mission out of the way, and then we can move forward and pick up some of these other affinity missions around New LA. So let's head over to the hangar here. Looks like inside we're going to be meeting up with Gwyn and Irina for the boot camp mission. Not sure what kind of boot camp we'll be participating in, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. All right, here we are. Boot camp.
Colonel, and everyone's here with you. Perfect.
Why do I feel like we're about to be asked for a favor?
No. I mean, yes.
Gwyn has desperate and pleading look on face. Let Tatsu guess. Gwyn is dying of hunger and want Linley to make big dessert for us.
Not even close, Shorty.
Well, if you're in a place like this...
Is your problem combat related?
Exactly. I need to get stronger. Be a better soldier.
Come on, Gwyn, you're plenty tough already.
But I need to be tougher. I'm still nowhere near Leon's level.
Who's Leon?
Now I get it. All right, so how can we help? You're looking for some advice?
Yes, ma'am.
Before we can say anything useful, we'll need to get a feel for your current abilities. Let's start with a round of mock combat.
What? But you'll mop the floor with me.
It's an exercise, Gwyn. It's not about winning.
Exactly. Now get ready.
Well, all right. I'll give it my best, ma'am.
I like Gwyn. He's a sweet guy. Alright, so looks like our main objective of boot camp is to train with Gwyn to help him get stronger. And we're going to do that by having a practice battle with him right here in the Outfitters test hangar. I mean, is it just going to be one-on-one? Because if it's 4v1, no offense, Gwyn, but I don't like your odds. That just doesn't seem fair. We're going to gang up on the poor guy. But nope, there it is. We are going 4-on-1. It's me, Bose, Fry, and Murderous against Gwyn. And again, I feel really bad for the kid. I don't think he has much of a chance here. I mean, I could have gotten in my Skell even, which would totally be unfair. I feel like as easy as it would be for me to hop in my Skell over there, I'm gonna hold off just out of respect for Gwyn. He's already down in his odds. I don't want to make him feel even worse, so we'll just take out Gwyn here. This is a very easy battle, unfortunately for him, but hopefully he'll take something from it. You'd have to think that fighting against overwhelming odds like 4-on-1 is good when it comes to training. There it is. Easy peasy.
It's no use. My weapons just don't pack enough punch. I need better gear.
Do you really think it's your weapon's fault?
Well, yeah, stronger weapons make stronger soldiers. It's just math.
It's just wrong is what it is.
How do you mean?
Lynn, what are your thoughts on what we just saw?
Well,
No, be honest, please.
okay, well, it sort of felt like your weapons were using you instead of the other way around.
They were using me?
Yeah, don't take this the wrong way, but we mechanics have a little saying. Even the fanciest, most high-tech tools are useless in the hands of an amateur.
I think that sums it up perfectly. You don't need a more powerful weapon. You just need more skill handling them. Without the fundamentals in place, even a magical wonder gun would be wasted on you.
Start with the basics, huh? I never thought of that.
We'll begin with some simple drills. Hold on a second. I have the perfect tool for this.
Ma'am, yes ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so what's your plan there, Elma? Guess we'll find out. We just need to talk to Gwyn again.
Wait, seriously? This thing?
So you remember it.
How could I forget? This clunker's the first gun they hand enlistees. You really think this'll help?
Yes, and that's why I'm forbidding you from using any other weapon for now.
But this thing is just...
Elma chose it for you, Gwyn. She must have a reason.
Right. Sorry. Thank you, Colonel. I'll try it out and see how it goes.
Good. In fact, I just got orders for some new missions, so why don't we go give them a try?
Okay, so next up in Gwyn's training, we're going to defeat Silver Suids. We're also going to defeat Silver Femina Suids, because those two things are different, apparently. Oh, hang on, we've got a ton more tasks. We're also going to be defeating Tough Armored Suids, apparently for Gwyn to become the soldier that he wants to be. He needs to defeat every single variety of Suid, according to Elma, and hey, who am I to criticize her training methods?
Huh? 3 missions? Right this second?
Stow the chatter, soldier, and move out!
Ma'am, yes ma'am!
Okay. You know, Elma, you're quite the taskmaster.
Yes, Elma is even harsher drill sergeant than Mustache Man.
This is nothing. The Colonel had quite the reputation back in the Corps.
I said move your feet, not your mouth!
Ma'am! Yes, ma'am!
Alrighty, so presumably we're going to need to add Gwyn into our party, so unfortunately one of you guys have got to go. Come on in, Gwyn, and now let's go defeat every variety of Suid that there is, apparently. Whereabouts would we find Suids, I guess, is the real question. Are they in Oblivion? Nope. Are they in Sylvalum? Nope. Are they in Cauldros? Nope. There's only one more place to check. What the heck? Where are these things? I gotta check my actual quest. Let's see. Elma's task. Defeat 2 tough armored Suids with a soldier assault rifle in Primordia. Oh, okay. It's actually a good thing that I looked into the actual mission descriptions, because we need to make sure that Gwyn is actually equipped with that soldier assault rifle. So let's go right there first. Soldier assault rifle. Storm? Oh, we've got a million of them. Okay. Which one would you like, Gwyn? This one, this one, this one, or this one? It's only level 10. I'm not sure why we're telling Gwyn to train with the lowest level rifle we have to give him, but anyway. Speaking of, we should, well, actually, I was going to just do the left stick click here to auto set his equipment, but apparently this is good equipment for him, so we don't even need to customize it. We can customize some of the other guys, though. It can be a little difficult keeping everybody fully upgraded when you have a party of so many different potential blades, but we're making it work. Alright, so Gwyn has the assault rifle equipped. Now, that still doesn't explain why I couldn't see our actual objective on the map. Oh, it's because I just completely overlooked it. Alright, so if we fast travel to Talon Rock Second Terrain, it looks like we'll find some Suids here for Gwyn to take down. Okay, I found all the Suids that we need. They're actually right here next to FN spot 408, or was it 108? Something 08. And while I did give Gwyn a bit of slack by not using my Skell in my fight against him, I am going to be using my Skell in the fight against these Suids. While they shouldn't cause us too much trouble, they are level 43, and like, why wouldn't I take advantage? So we just need to kill a couple of each variety of Suid. First up is this one right here, the silver variety, so we'll take them down. Unfortunately, by attacking some, we've apparently aggroed the entire herd. There are some little tiny ones that have come over to join the fight as well, so I need y'all to stay on your feet, please. I don't think the quest is going to count as completed unless you're the one who does damage here, Gwyn. And I say that, and he's immediately flat on his butt, so... See, this is why I got in my Skell. Alright, maybe I should never have questioned Elma. Clearly she knew what she was doing when she suggested for us to come and fight these Suids. Because these things are powerful. They have taken down Bose, Fry, and Gwyn. I'm the only one still standing. Now, the piggies are not strong enough to get through my Skell's armor, but unfortunately the rest of my team is down. As I mentioned, I'm not sure if the quest is going to count as completed or not, since Gwyn is unconscious. Maybe it still will because he is in the party and he is equipped with the correct weapon, but I guess we'll find out in a minute. Yes, okay, no, it did work. Because our quest did update there. So it doesn't even matter that Gwyn's not actually doing anything to help right now. Even though he's taking a nap, we're still making progress on his training, which is hilarious. I guess you learn something just by observing, even if you're observing with your eyes closed. That's the moral of the story. Getting out in the field, it's a valuable experience no matter what you do. Alright, so we gotta take down a couple more of these Suids, and then we should be good to go. Alright, we've taken down every single variety of Suid. How you feeling, Gwyn?
Well, how do you feel after slinging that weapon around?
I think could I ask for another round, ma'am?
You got it. Get ready.
Alright, let's see if Gwyn's skills have improved after our Suid hunting. He's still gonna have odds against him, but unfortunately, because Gwyn was in my party before, we don't have the full 4-on-1 odds. It's only gonna be 3-on-1 odds this time, which, I mean, I still like our odds, no offense to poor Gwyn. You can see, though, that he has gotten a little bit stronger, for sure. I feel like before, we were absolutely kicking his butt. This time, though, he is holding his own. And again, we are down a man, for sure, but I think the Suid hunting did you good, Gwyn. Look at this. I don't know if I could survive this long if the odds were 4-on-1. Or 3-on-1, whatever. I mean, he's already taken down Bose. Look at our Gwyn. He's growing up so fast. Definitely one of the sweetest characters that we've had the opportunity of becoming friends with in Xenoblade Chronicles X. Good job, Gwyn, buddy. You still couldn't win, but you put up a good fight.
How did that feel?
Pretty good, judging by the look on his face.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Colonel. Now I know to focus on the fundamentals. I remember now. Leon used to stay late and just drill on the basics for hours and hours.
So, who is this Leon anyway?
He was my best friend.
Leon was Irina's younger brother, Lynn. He didn't make it on board the White Whale.
Oh, Gwyn. I'm so sorry.
No, it's fine. It's just, he was my hero, you know? Always looking out for me. And Irina always looked so happy when he was around. I always envied that. And him. That's why I want to be just like him.
Gwyn, don't set your bar low. You've got to surpass Leon, not just admire him.
She's right. We can't have you settling for good enough.
Wow, now we've got 2 drill sergeants.
You're right. I shouldn't settle for being like him or anyone else. Time stopped for Leon back on Earth, but my clock's still ticking. I should focus on the best me that I can be. I realize that now. In fact, who knows? Maybe I'll even surpass Leon someday. When that day comes, I want a rematch, okay?
Of course. I wouldn't miss it.
Still, from the looks of things, that's a long way off.
Lynn, be
You want
nice.
to be strong enough to protect Irina, that is.
What? How did you even...
Oh, come on, it's written all over your face. You get these puppy dog eyes every time you talk about her.
If even Lynn's calling you out on this, I'd say you should take note of it.
Guess it's more than just my combat skills that need work.
I absolutely ship this. I love Irina. I love Gwyn. I think they would be a good couple. So come on, Gwyn. You got to work on some other aspects of your game. We got the combat down. Next up, you got to confess your feelings to Irina, right? Regardless, boot camp is finished. That was a really nice affinity mission. It was just like really wholesome, heartwarming, happily ever after type vibes. After learning the importance of the fundamentals, Gwen could feel that he'd gotten stronger inside. We learned the assault rifle art Grenade Blitz. And there you have it. With boot camp done, we officially have completed all the requirements for us to progress to Chapter 11, because we had already completed the other required affinity mission, 9 lives. But we're going to keep moving here, and we're going to undergo some of these other affinity missions. As I mentioned earlier, there are a ton of missions all around town that we haven't had the opportunity to do as of just yet. So let's keep moving. So the next affinity mission that I want to do is actually the lowest level affinity mission that I could find that we had. Right here, we've got an affinity mission called Arms and the Man, which only has a required level of 28. So it seems to me we should get that one out of the way before we get to such a high level that, you know, we don't basically get any reward for it. Obviously, at level 41 right now, we're pretty over-leveled for this one, but may as well knock it out right now before we get an even higher level is my reasoning. So we're gonna pick up Arms and the Man, and let's get right into it.
Man, these missions blow chunks. This planet must have more to it than picking flowers and collecting junk. You got any inside tips on something with a bit more kick?
I mean, I don't know. It depends. Different strokes for different folks. I think there's a lot of exciting things, you know, that can come of picking flowers, but clearly you don't agree.
Yeah, figures it wouldn't be that easy. Hey, I know. Let's say you and me go sniff around the city for leads. Maybe we'll catch wind of some juicy rumors. Sometimes old Joe Lunchbucket knows more about this stuff than us blades. When I was in the military back on Earth, I used to get all my tips from locals. My buddy and me would even sneak off base and moonlight as bouncers at seedy bars.
Okay, tell me more about those army days. What did you get out of moonlighting as bouncers at seedy bars?
Got sent to the middle of the godforsaken desert right after enlisting. Nothing but sand and scorpions for miles, so me and my buddy were always sneaking off. We got in good with the boys in the nearest town. Had some real wild times. Casino security, flipping military gear for cash. Kinda crazy now that I think about it. But all that's down the crapper now, so let's go find us some real action. We'll meet at the Sunshine Cafe once you scrounge up a solid lead.
Okay. So it seems that Yelv has been a bit bored with his current missions. We need to listen to local gossip and find something interesting for him to do. Seems to me like this is something Yelv could probably do on his own, but anyway. We'll help him out. I mean, I wouldn't turn my nose up at an exciting mission. Again, my definition of exciting and Yelv's definition of exciting seem to perhaps be a little bit different, but hey. We all like exciting, don't we? So it looks like if we head down to the commercial district and keep our ear to the ground, we might find something here that'll help us out. We haven't actually hung out with Yelv in a while. He's one of those guys that, I'm sorry to say it, Yelv, I kind of forgot about you. But I remember not minding him from the beginning. He's an interesting guy. Certainly not someone who rubbed me the wrong way or anything like that. So, we just need to go all around this area, I guess, and see who, if anybody, is going to give us a lead. I thought the quest marker was leading us right to said lead, but no. We still need to keep our ear to the ground here and actually wander around the district. So we picked up some info right there. Apparently Fry's been spotted in the hangars at night engaging in some kind of serious conversation, so that's noted. Maybe we'll go check in with him at some point. Well, he's actually with us right now, but, you know, check in with him at the hangar. But so far, we haven't found any interesting leads for Yelv. What are you guys doing back here? Are you bullying him? What are you doing? Okay, none of my business, I guess. I don't know. I feel like I should have stepped in there, but... A tyrant has been sighted east of New LA. It can fly, so we need to be ready for it. A flying tyrant. Sounds like a good time for a flying skill to maybe jump into operation. But anyway.
Hey.
The life hold's almost at its limit. If we can't get it secured, us humans are gonna go extinct. Yeah.
Listen.
Pressure is on, that's for sure. We gotta work on that, but...
Listen.
I saw a man getting into a tangle with a bunch of dangerous thugs across the way. What the heck is going on around here, man? There's so much violence in the streets, apparently. West Melville Street. I can't believe I haven't been over here before to uncover that area, but apparently not.
Well...
Yelv, what do you think, my guy? I'm running out of places to look. Rumor has it they found a new piece of the white whale in Oblivia. I haven't recovered it yet, but let's hope it's something good. Noted. Alright. So it looks like because we did a full lap of the region, that now our quest area is actually narrowing down again. So we can head over this way. I love how I parked my Skell in the middle of the street, by the way. Excuse me, just go around. Alright, we're back where we started. What do you think, Yelv?
Huh. Wreckage from the White Whale in Oblivia, huh?
Ah, that's what caught your
I
ear.
don't think any reclaimers have been out that way yet. Could be the Motherlode. Put every discovery up until now to shame. I'm sold, Pard. Sold hard.
Sounds good to me, then. What are you waiting for?
Nothing and nobody. Next stop, Oblivia. Let's go find us some ship guts.
Ship guts. That's one way to describe pieces of the white whale. I like how we just had to go around and pick up all these different types of rumors and then basically wait for Yelv to tell us which one he's most interested in. Honestly, this was a good one to pick. White whale debris is very important for us right now because, as we literally just talked about, our time is running out. We gotta find that life hold quick, so any bit of white whale debris that we find could be the jackpot. Now, it looks like the debris that was mentioned is on this little island off the coast of Oblivia. Luckily, I've unlocked FN Site 317, so let's fast travel over there and then have Scales will fly. We won't have to swim like peasants, although actually, I say that. I won't have to swim like a peasant. The rest of my crew, well, I didn't give them skills, so you guys can swim and you can meet me over there. How's that? Oopsie daisies. Alright. Luckily over here, it does look like there's actually a probe spot, so we'll pick that up before we head over. This is FN Site 319. Nice! Field action succeeded. Our survey rate of Oblivia is pretty high now. We're almost at 40%, which is nice. And now, there are a ton of monsters between us and the piece of debris, but luckily they are all sort of low level, so I can just jump into race car mode and zoom past them. And then right over here, I don't know if we're going to be able to zoom past these guys. Looks like they found the debris as well.
Great. More of those things crawling on our wreckage. What do you figure their kind even makes of the old ship, huh?
I mean, maybe they collect the wreckage as treasure, kind of like we do.
You got some weird ideas, Pard. Anyone ever tell you that? 'Cause they should. Alright, let's get over there and make with the blasting.
Sounds good. Hello, giant crab things. I'm so sorry to ruin your day, but we are going to need that piece of white whale debris that's right behind you, and I've got a feeling you're not going to give it up easily. So, let's take down 3 unyielding Forfex here. As I mentioned at the very beginning of this, we are a little over-leveled for this mission, but you know what? I've said it once, I've said it a million times, I'll never complain about being over-leveled. Also, I'm all cozy here in my skell while the rest of these guys have to fight on foot, so sorry about that, guys. Poor Murderess is down and out. We'll shoot the freak dead to avenge you, Murderess, don't you worry. Don't you worry, we will avenge you. Alright, 1 giant crab down, 2 to go. Alright, down they go. Now, let's take a closer look at this debris. It seems pretty small, so I highly doubt it's the life hold, but ooh, it is a life pod. Do you think there's someone in there?
Right then, let's see what she's got for us, Pard. What the? Hold the phone. This is his arm. It's gotta be! I knew it! I knew I'd find something! Don't you see what this means? He's here! On Mira somewhere, he's here! I knew it! He's out there! He's alive!
Yelv, calm down for a second. I get you're excited, but I can't understand what you're talking about.
How's a guy supposed to be calm after this, huh? It's his arm, see? It's proof he's out there! Oh, wait a sec. I still ain't told you, have I? Well... I guess I can trust you. But it's about my best friend, so just keep it between us, yeah?
Yeah, of course. I won't tell a soul.
Probably should have told you all this way earlier. We're partners, after all. Me and my buddy went to school together. We enlisted together. Hell, we were even born in the same hospital. We'd been partners from day one. Till we came here to Mirror, anyway. The day the whale fell, he was back evacuating the other crew when all of a sudden there was this explosion. Typical, really. It was always helping some poor sap out. That's why he's stuck with a jerk like me. Still, I couldn't stop thinking he was out there somewhere. So I started searching all the whale wreckage, trying to find a trace. And here it is. His left arm. Crazy, ain't it? He even gave his Mimiosome the same cross-shaped scar he had.
Tell me more. What was your friend really like?
I never really fit in, so he was always looking out for me. He was the golden child back in high school, but he never ditched me once. Out in the field, we were always watching each other's backs. He was smart as they came, except when it came to risking his neck for someone else. Best partner a guy could want. I don't care what anyone says. I'm gonna find him. The whole reason I joined the Reclaimers was to get first crack at the wreckage, and I'll do whatever else I have to. So... that kinda dragged on, huh? Guess I can't help thinking about him when I see you. Can't help talking either.
Elf. Is there some kind of physical resemblance between me and your friend, maybe? Did they have cat ears?
Nah, nothing like that. You and him don't really square up in the old face department. Fact is, when I look at you, I don't see it. But then I forget for a second, and it's like he's right here with me. I know he's alive here on Mira. Same as I know the sky's blue. Next job like this we find, let's do it together. Once we find him, we can take turns beating on him for disappearing like that.
I really like Yelv. Similar to Gwen, he's a very sweet guy, and obviously he's a very fiercely loyal guy. However, I really just don't want to get his hopes up too much. I mean, he found his partner's left arm and thinks he's still alive somewhere? I mean, I suppose we all are just Mimiozones, technically just robots. However, we do have a blood-like substance running through us. From my understanding is that Mimiozones can still kind of bleed out. If Yelv's friend is here, but he crash landed and lost his arm, I don't want Yelv to get his hopes up, because he is such a sweet guy, and I would hate for him to get disappointed. Alright, we learned the Photon Saber Art Essence Exchange, and that is it for that Affinity mission. That was a real short and sweet one, actually. Obviously, we need to continue to help Yelv look for his friend, and hey, maybe I'll be proven wrong. Maybe there will be a happy ending here, and Yelv's friend will be found in mostly one piece, but again, I'm a little pessimistic. Anyway, we get a beautiful view of Oblivia from this shore. I don't know that we've ever been over on the eastern side to see it like this. You can see the big ring. That's pretty cool, actually. It is an absolutely gorgeous day for exploring. Speaking of exploring, there's still more stuff I want to do today. Let's head back to New LA, and I know exactly what mission I want to do next. I want to do Elle's Conundrum. Elle is one of my favorite characters that we've met so far in Xenoblade Chronicles X. He's such an eccentric alien. I really just like who he is, and he's also one of the only members of his race that we've met, so it's been very interesting getting to know him and just meeting new Xeno species. So let's go meet up with Elle. The last time we were meeting with Elle, he had actually opened up this new shop here. You can see Elle's shop is up and running now. So it looks like his affinity mission starts right over here.
Friends! We are all friends indeed, which makes us friends in need, correct?
Oh, what? Sorry, Elle, I don't follow.
We wish to speak to you of a slight problem.
Tatsu will listen for free.
Truly a no-pon's no-pon, it pains me to say.
Are profits down, Elle?
What? Perish the thought in a horrible fire! Sales are wonderful, thanks to New LA's kind citizens. If anything, we would consider expanding our business.
We'd be happy to hear your problem and help out if we can, Elle.
Splendid! We thank you for deciding in our favor. So, as it happens, we invent things in our spare time.
Whoa, really? What sort of things do you make?
We're very pleased you asked, and we'd be equally pleased to answer, were it not a trade secret.
Oh, come on.
So then what was it you wanted help with, Elle?
Unfortunately, we've been unable to procure the materials necessary for our tinkering. Resources were more plentiful when we lived in Noctilum, you see.
Well, yeah. Here in the city, we mostly have finished products as opposed to raw materials.
Just so. Yet the world beyond these walls is, as you say, all about survival of the fattest. Gathering resources amid such brutality is difficult for us. More intellectual types, we fear.
Tatsu know exactly what Elle mean.
He said intellectual, not ineffectual.
All right. Well, now I understand what you're asking for, and I think we can help. Just let us know what you need, and we'll try to track it down.
Ah, wonderful. Splendid. Thank you so very much for stepping up to the full plate.
Tatsu want more on his plate, too.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. But anyway, it sounds like we're going on a mission for Elle. You know we're going to have to charge you for it, right, Elle?
Of course, and we will pay most handsome.
All right, so Elle's conundrum is that he needs new materials to expand his business. We've got 3 different material hunts that we're going to have to do. We need to find the materials for a new product known as a ball of honey smoke. We've got some of that stuff already, but we're going to need to pick up some more. Then we need to find materials for a new product known as a high temperature pot. We've actually got some of those materials as well, but we'll need to do a bit more gathering. And then last but certainly not least, we need to find the materials for a new product known as an electric hammock. Huh. Is that a torture device? Regardless, again, we do have a head start on some of those materials, but we'll need a few more. All right, Elle. Well, I'm not going to leave a friend hanging, and I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bit interested about some of those products that you're looking to build. So how about we start right here with the materials required for that electric hammock. We need 3 multi-wires from things called shreds. And it looks like if we teleport over here to Site 103, there should be some monsters nearby that we can harvest from. What's a shred? I don't know, but I guess we'll find out soon. One of my favorite things about Elle, of course, is his misuse of many human idioms. What did he say? Survival of the fattest? Oh, Elle. So funny. Alright, now, looks like the things we're looking for, we literally would not be able to access unless we had a flying skull, which is kind of cool. However, these machines are an extremely high level. That thing is level 51. I don't know that we can fight those. Yeah, and that's level 55. Alright, we're gonna have to go see what our other options are for gathering these materials, because I'm strong, but I'm certainly not level 55 strong, and there were other areas on the map. Let's see. We can also come over here. This is for one of the other ones. This is for the ball of honey smoke one, but we'll switch gears and come over this way. Alright, so what are we looking for here? Oh, are we looking underground? See, that's the issue with this area, is a lot of times the quest markers are actually leading me underground, so you have to find the cave to get down there, but no, perhaps not. There are some materials here above ground that we can run around and pick up. Looks like these materials are simply just, you know, the little gems that are floating on the ground, so we don't have to fight anything to pick them up, at least not these ones. We can just get into race car mode and zoom, zoom, zoom around, run into a few rocks on the way. And then, of course, switch to flight mode at any time. So cool. Never gets old. Doesn't matter how many times I switch to flight mode, I'm gonna love it every single time, guaranteed. Alright, we're getting there. There we go. There should be enough chameleon sand. Holy mega worm. Alright, what's up next on our list? Let's see. Next up, we've got something over here. Oh, this is another area where we can find those multi-wires. Hopefully, the ones over here won't be level 50 plus, and it'll be much easier for us to harvest. This is over by the Jair Fortress. We had been here before for some previous missions. Now, there are some high-level enemies here, but it looks like specifically where we're going is back... nope, still really high level, level 55. Dang! There's gotta be a lower level variant of these things. Let's see. Up here is another one. Another thing that can give us those multi-wires, but are they going to be level 50 plus? The recommended level for this quest was only level 38, so it actually doesn't really make sense that these things are such high level. There's gotta be a lower level variant somewhere. So let's see, these are mid-40s. We could make that work, depending on how many we had to fight at one time. And then what do we have down here?
Been dealt worse
Machine Queen Quo is level 45. I don't even see the monsters they want me to fight here. Oh, I see them now. Okay. No, they're level 44. We actually will be able to take them down if we can get away from this tyrant that randomly tried to ambush me. Welcome to the Lesser Anvil. Looks like there's some other ones up here, too. At this point, it's just kind of picking and choosing what'll be best for us. Now, are those things? Those are not shreds. I do see an alien container here, though, which I'm gonna grab really quick. And hopefully, I'll find some somewhere that I feel like are a good level for us to actually fight. Okay, here's a level 45 hazard shred. It's literally just a ball? No, it's a robot. It can just curl up into a ball. Alright, level 45 is obviously still a higher level than we are. However, it is 4-on-1 and we have a skill. So I'm hoping that the odds will be in our favor. It's all going to come down to if any of these other creatures are going to join the fight. Because it looks like the shreds themselves are not particularly strong. But I find oftentimes what the difference is between me losing or winning an encounter is how many people inadvertently join the fight. And by people, I mean monsters. Well, sometimes they're people, I guess. But when we get overwhelmed and ambushed by monsters that I didn't plan to fight, that's when things usually go south. For right now, though, it's just the 4 of us versus this one hazard shred. So I think we might be alright. Now, we do need 3 of these multi-wires for L, meaning presumably we're going to have to take down 3 of these shreds. But we'll take them one at a time. As long as we can get them in good situations like this one right here, we should be alright.
Won't miss this shot. Somebody catch me up!
Spiral
Flash, go!
Right slash! Arcing horn! First down!
Stellar ray!
Dang, I keep missing. Alright, there we go. 1 down. We got some level ups. Murderess got to level 42. And believe it or not, did we not get the thing that we're looking for? It didn't pop up. The quest didn't update, which makes me think we killed the shred, but it didn't drop what we needed. Meaning, we're gonna have to fight some more. There's also Marduk fire troopers here. On the bright side, there is a ton of treasure here too. We're in some sort of ganglion stronghold where there's a ton of treasure, so I guess I'll just spend some time going around here, trying to collect this wire. Any other treasures we can see, and hopefully we'll have what L needs for his electric hammocks soon enough. Alright, perfect. We found all the materials for the electric hammock. We got the 3 multi-wires that we needed, so material hunt C is complete. Now, we still got 2 more material hunts to go, of course. So, the next one's actually pretty close. This is where we need to find the materials for the product known as a high-temperature pot, so it actually makes sense that we'd go to Cauldros for such a product. We already have the 2 pieces of boiled egg core, so we need 2 gun snakes, because we already have 3. So it looks like if we fast travel to Wildcat Fortress, which is right on the southern border of Cauldros, we might have some luck collecting those things. I'm not sure if they're just items we can find on the ground. Oh, yep, they are. I was gonna say, I'm not sure if we can just pick them up or if we're gonna have to fight for them, but it looks like we can simply just pick them up off the ground and we'll be a-okay. We haven't been here for 10 seconds and we got attacked by a tyrant though. The enhanced search zig locked onto us. Luckily we got everything that we need so we can get the hell out of here. Goodbye! I cannot fight a level 48 tyrant right now. Search but do not destroy. Oh man, yeah, there were some really high level ganglion mechs right there. We got in, we got out. Easy peasy. Alright, so the last thing we need to do is collect 3 pieces of glutton uton. I can't even pronounce that. I'm gonna stop trying. Clay. In Noctilum. 3 pieces of clay. Alright, so we've really been all over the world here gathering materials. I hope Elle is very thankful for all we've done at the end of this, because this was seriously a globe-trotting adventure. Now, it looks like the clay is also items that we can pick up on the ground, so again, makes things a little bit easier for us. No combat required. Just race car mode. We hop in, we zoom around, we go past the giant monkeys, we run into a few tree stumps, and we get what we need. Alright, so we found the materials for the ball of honey smoke, whatever that means. We now have all the materials for Elle, so let's head back to New LA and let them know the good news.
Ho-ho! Dance of new wares!
Oh, we didn't dare dream you'd find the materials so soon. Now we can unleash the wondrous magic of our new stock upon the world.
The new stuff still looks pretty standard to me.
Only to the eyes of an amateur, my friend. Ah, but it looks like we already have a customer. Welcome, welcome. What may we help you find?
So, my team's taken on this job, yeah? But the area's crammed with indigents.
If it's weapons you're after, I'm afraid you've got the wrong shop.
Are you nuts? I wouldn't dream of trying to fight those things. We just want to run them off, yeah?
Of course, we understand. In that case, we have just the thing. Don't we, Special Assistant Manager?
Is that me? Special Assistant Manager? Okay, sorry, that's me. I didn't realize I was also working at this store now. So, we've got 3 options. We can steer the client towards the ball of honey smoke, a sweet-smelling smoke screen. We can steer the client towards the high-temperature pot, a special piece of cookware that never cools down. Or we can steer the client toward the electric hammock, a comfy lounger that doubles as a meat and fish grill. Wow, everything you could need in one hammock. As much as these 2 sound like great products, I have a feeling he's probably most looking for the honey smoke.
Yeah, this might work. Let's see how those bastards react to this. Thanks a million.
Ah, the simple joys of life. To craft goods and see them sold. To watch the customer's face embiggen in satisfaction. Oh, and look, another customer. Welcome and good day. What may we offer you?
Well, I recently started dating someone.
Hey, that's great!
Thanks. Anyway, I wanted to cook him dinner, but...
Cease speaking. We have the perfect item for your needs. Isn't that right, Special Assistant Manager?
That's right, I am the Special Assistant Manager, and I order you to cease speaking because we have exactly what you need. Introducing the high-temperature pot.
Okay, sure. I think I can make this work. Thank you, again.
Is that really gonna work?
You didn't think so?
Would certainly be lovely.
She wanted to cook.
No?
I thought the high-temperature pot
We were not the one who
would work
suggested
perfectly.
it. And even if it doesn't work now, surely there must be some other future use it will be perfect for.
That's one way to look at it.
Well, apparently I did good sales on the first one, but not the second one. I guess she was looking for the electric hammock. Regardless, Elle was able to make some highly innovative and new products. Hopefully the customers like it. and we learned the shield art Mindstorm.
Yep, and get this.
All right, a lot of level ups there, a lot of affinity ups, a segment recon up. So much happened upon conclusion of that mission, which was fantastic. I don't even see El. He's probably dancing somewhere, celebrating the success of his new store. And I'm, for one, am happy to help. So there you have it. That's another 3 affinity missions down, including the prerequisites for Chapter 11. That means when I see you guys next time, we will be continuing the main story of Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition. As I mentioned previously, time is unfortunately running out, not just for us, but all of humanity. If we come around here to the front of Blade Tower and take a look up, it's hard to see here, but you can see 9%. That is how much power we have left. Not even double digits anymore. We are into single digits, which I would call crisis time. So hopefully our next story chapter sees us locate the Lifehold. Until next time, thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see y'all back here again real soon.